All right, before we start, let me paint a picture. It's payday. You check your bank account. The number goes up. And then somehow, a few days later, it feels like nothing actually changed. You didn't buy anything crazy. You didn't go on vacation. You didn't do anything stupid. And yet, you're still low-key stressed about money. If that made you uncomfortable because it's literally you, good. Because that's exactly who this video is for. Here's the thing. Getting rich on a salary sounds boring. It sounds slow. It sounds like something people say to make themselves feel better. But the truth is, the majority of self-made millionaires didn't start with businesses, crypto, or some viral side hustle. They started with a regular job and a very specific set of behaviors that most people never develop. And today I want to walk you through 9 signs that you're actually on track to get rich on your salary, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. My name is Ben, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, behavior, and why people who make good incomes still feel broke. If you're someone who earns money but feels like it disappears, or you're worried that a salary will never be enough, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because this channel is about building wealth with logic, not hype. Now look, let's get something out of the way. Getting rich on a salary has almost nothing to do with how much you make. It has everything to do with how you think, how you behave, and how early you lock in the right systems. And the signs I'm about to share are not flashy. In fact, some of them feel almost unimpressive. But that's the point. Sign number 1. Your lifestyle doesn't explode when your income goes up. This is a big one. And it's uncomfortable because everyone wants to believe they deserve more once they earn more. Here's what most people don't realize. Lifestyle inflation is the single most powerful force preventing salary-based wealth. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly 60% of Americans earning over $100,000 are still living paycheck to paycheck. That's not a money problem, that's a behavior problem. Now you might be thinking, yeah, but things are expensive. Rent is high, inflation is real. And you're right, but here's where it gets interesting. When your income increases by, let's say, $1,000 a month, most people immediately reallocate that money emotionally, not strategically. A nicer apartment, a better car, more eating out, more subscriptions. And suddenly, that $1,000 is gone before it ever has a chance to work for you. People who get rich on a salary do something boring but powerful. They delay lifestyle upgrades, not forever, just long enough for their money to build momentum. Think of it like pushing a flywheel. At first it's heavy, it doesn't move much. But once it starts spinning, every push matters more. Lifestyle inflation stops the wheel before it ever spins. If your income has gone up but your spending hasn't kept pace, that's not deprivation. That's leverage. Sign number 2, you track your money, even when it's boring. Now look, budgeting isn't sexy. No one brags about spreadsheets at parties. But here's the psychological truth. What you measure, you control. What you don't measure controls you. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who regularly track expenses spend up to 15% less without consciously trying. Not because they're stricter, but because awareness changes behavior automatically. If you know that $312 a month is quietly leaving your account for miscellaneous, you don't need willpower. Your brain does the correction for you. People who get rich on salaries don't necessarily budget every dollar, but they always know where their money is leaking, and that awareness compounds. Think about it. If you save an extra $300 a month because you noticed waste, that's $3,600 a year. Invested at a modest 8% over 30 years, that one habit alone becomes over $400,000. That's not extreme discipline. That's mild awareness over time. Sign number 3, you think in years, not paychecks. This is where the mental gap between wealthy salary earners and everyone else really shows up. Most people ask, can I afford this month? People who get rich ask, what does this cost me over 10 years? Now you might be thinking, that sounds dramatic. It's not, it's math. Let's say you're considering a $700 car payment. That's $8,400 a year. Over 5 years, that's $42,000. But here's what most people don't realize. that $42,000 also has an opportunity cost. If that same money were invested monthly at 8%, it could grow to over $70,000 in 5 years and well over $200,000 in 20 years. So the real cost of that car isn't $700 a month. It's 6 figures of future wealth. People who build wealth on a salary constantly zoom out. They treat decisions like chess, not checkers. And once you start thinking this way, it becomes almost impossible to unsee. Sign number 4, you invest before you spend. This one is subtle, but it changes everything. Most people invest what's left over. Wealthy salary earners invest first and force their lifestyle to adapt. Here's why that matters psychologically. When money hits your checking account, your brain immediately assigns it a job. Rent, food, fun. Once it's mentally spent, investing feels like a sacrifice.